for all of you that need to step up and step into your power. I've talked about the ones that are timid, that are shy, the ones that are afraid to speak up, that are worried about being different or being weird or being judged. This reading is for those who are trying to step into their power. Awesome. Oof. Four Pentacles. You know, a lot of times the reasons why we're so shy and we're so timid and we feel that we need to act a certain way is because we are so worried about our boundaries and the way that we affect others, right? It's good to think before we speak. It's good to think about our implications of our actions and our thoughts before we act and we speak. But this cannot be over controlling for us or stifling our energy, right? We are so intertwined here that we feel like we cannot move without affecting others in this Four of Pentacles, right? The energy is so dynamic and clashing. It's just begging to be released. It's literally holding on by a thread. You probably feel like you're holding on by a string that you're walking on glass, right? And this is really stifling this creative and intellectual energy that you can bring to the surface, right? Without being free to feel that we can navigate and move our own skin, with being stuck in these boundaries, with walking on eggshells and feeling shy and feeling that we're not valued and that we can't speak up. It really stifles this creative passion, this intellectual passion that we're able to bring to the surface, right? This is, ooh, messy, you know, when it does this sometimes means we want to get a little messy with it, which is cool. I like to get a little wild when we shuffle cards, honestly, because life is messy. It's not supposed to be clean. Oh, there it is. The 10 of Wands. We are carrying too much shit. It is hard to see through the path, right? We feel like we have so many things to carry, so many balls are in the air, so many things to juggle, right? It is hard to see through and how we're going to do the next thing, to pick up the next task, to pick up the next responsibility. This 10 of Wands is a reminder that we need to let some of it go, let other people take care of it, let other people take care of ourselves, whether or not that's leaning on our family, that's leaning on our friends, that's hiring someone, that's leaning on our coworkers, that's simply asking for help. You cannot be too shy to ask for help, right? That is, asking for help is one of the strongest things that you can do. It is not a weakness, it is a strength, right? It is the best thing that we can do, because if we don't ask for help, then people cannot offer it to us. So I see this shy in a relationship to being fearful, almost as if we don't deserve that help, this feeling, right? That we are stuck in this energy of this stifleness. That there are things that we want to do, there are things that we want to create, but we're just unable to do that right now. See, exactly, there are literal seeds that we want to sow. There are creative forces that we're looking to play, and if we can just only let go of some of these things, at the end of the day, it can be hard to let go of some of these things, because we've grown them from a seed. We've taken this tiny thing, we've put so much time and effort and energy into it, and it's given us so many scars, and it's had such an impact on our life, and we've had such an impact on it, that it can be hard to have the trust and the faith that we could pass this off over to another person. But that is really the lesson that we need to take here, that it is going to be okay in order to step into this new things, that we need to let go. We need to allow this someone else to take care of what we have created, so we can create something new, so we can focus on something new. Ooh, 3. Awesome. Hold on. Okay. Chariot. Love that. Okay, hold on a second. Woo! When we fall into a series like this, it's quite energy. It's quite magnificent for me personally. Okay, so we have Temperance, the Magician, and the 5 of Wands, right? We are asking to blend our cares and our passions and our worries and our doubts and our emotions, right? And allow this to fuel the flame, to understand that we are not the only ones that have the tools to take care of these things. We can pass these wands off, right? We're trying to pass these wands off onto someone else that has capable hands, right? It's important that we do make sure that the person has capable hands, right? That we're not doubting them. that it is okay to lean onto others. We have the ability to create all of those things that we want to respond, to manage our life. And sometimes we feel like other people can't do it as well as we can do it. Do they need to, though? Does it need to be done, quote unquote, to your level goal? Maybe they can do it some version of better. Maybe they can do it differently, and that's still going to help you out, right? Lean into other people's power. Allow other people to help you temper these things. Do not be shy about it. Do not be shy in your relationships, at work, in your home life. Do not be shy with your friendships, right? Do not feel like you are so closely tied up and wound that you have to walk on eggshells, that you can't step into and create these new things, because it's really scattering you. It's really scattering your energy. It's really taking a toll on yourself, right? What we really need to do in the way that we can run this chariot is is to align, right? The chariot is asking us to, typically in a chariot, there's two horses, right? And the guy in the middle. And if one horse is going one way and one horse is going another way, you're never going to get anywhere. So it's really like your conscious and your subconscious minds, like your decisions and your actions, really aligning into one path so you can drive in the direction that you want to go to. We are being asked to not be, you know, afraid of driving our life. And in order to drive our life and propel forward, sometimes we need to let go of some of the weight, right? It's kind of like going on a balloon or on a boat. You just need to let go of some of the extra weight so you can start moving faster, right? In order to move faster in the chariot, in order to move more efficiently, in order to grasp the things that we want to, the opportunities that we want to, the projects that we want to, the adventures that we want to, the hobbies that we want to, we have to let go of this tension. We have to drop some of these swords. We have to believe and allow our emotions to settle and our passions to settle, and understand that other people can take care of these things that we've grown just as good as we can take care of them, right? The scattered energy is no longer serving us. It is hard to drive the chariot when we're in this scattered state of energy. Whew. It is a powerful reading. I'm really getting the sense that whoever this reading is meant for, they've been stuck like this for some time, right? Do you see how many wraps around this Four of Pentacles has? We've been really stuck in this energy of, I don't know why shy keeps coming. Not necessarily shy with others, but shy with ourselves, not being truthful about our boundaries and the things that we need in our life, right? We are not vocal with ourselves. We're not being honest with ourselves and our friends and our family and those around us and those we're important with about these things that we are carrying, and how it causes such scattered energy for us, how it makes us doubt our ability to start the creation of new seeds. It slows down our chariot. What we're looking for is, what do we need to have less of in this situation? What are we looking to have more of? What is the alchemy of the situation calling for? What would we benefit from having less of? What would we benefit from having more of? It's not always good to have, oh, thank you, more of one thing. Oh, awesome. So we had quite a few cards that fell here. We're going for less of and more of, right? Less of and more of. Less. Sometimes when I see this card, I think I'm biting myself in the ass, right? Like things that you do that you regret later versus doing things that you're thankful of later. Synchronicity is running us. The cycle is always continuing, right? The tail that eats its own end is just like the world card. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. It's things that are always going to continue, right? We need less continuing of this cycle, right? We've been doing the same thing of not speaking our truth, of being shy with our borders, not being boundaries, not being honest with ourselves. We need to end this cycle of not respecting our boundaries, of not respecting ourselves, not respecting our feelings. We need to end this cycle. These things, they show up in synchronicities, they show up in patterns of our lives, they show up in the way that other people treat us. You notice that other people seem to all treat you the same way. Well, that's because of the way that you are showing up with yourselves, right? You seem to always have too many projects at work because you always are saying yes to more. You have too many things going on at home because you are always saying yes to more. Remember, we are allowing ourselves to trust other people can take care of our things. So we can let go of the things that no longer serve us. So we can align our energy and really propel forward on this journey. And so we can take hold of these new thoughts and ideas and they can guide us forward on this path. What we need more of here is this beautiful, strong alchemic energy. This beautiful energy that we need more of is this creative individuality, right? Stepping into our own. Other people respect us so much when we step into the parts of ourselves that we've been hiding for fear of judgment, for too much of having too many other things going on. When we allow ourselves the room to grow and to spread our wings and step into ourselves, amazing things can happen. This is the energy of inspiration. Excuse me. This is the energy of divine inspiration, right? We need to have more inspiration, to be inspired. We need to have room to be inspired. And to be inspired, we need to have room to be bored, honestly. Like, boredom is a great medicine. It is a great medicine to allow inspiration, to allow us to really take hold of the sword and to push our chariot forward. Whoever this message is for, the universe is asking you to speak up, be honest with yourself and those around you with the things that you don't want to do anymore. Say no more often, right? The power of saying no, the power of saying yes to things that you do want to do, the power of trusting others to take care of themselves, to take care of you, to take care of the project that you're working on. Have faith and allow yourselves to drop these unnecessary burdens that you put on yourselves, these unnecessary expectations that you put on yourselves. Allow yourself to drop the, I want to say identity, I want to say shell, I want to say mask, the fake way that we show up. Stop filling the space that you think other people want to be filled and fill the space that you're meant to be filled. This will really align your energy and allow you to create these new things. It is okay to be letting go of things that we have created to step into new life, right? To step into this new world. For everything that starts will have an ending, and then there's another thing that has another start and another ending, and that is the cycle that we are on. We need to trust ourselves, to be open to this inspiration, to this creativity, to know that we have something to offer and that what we have to offer is beautiful, and that we do not have to be afraid of being shy in ourselves or our relationships or the way that we show up, or we don't have to limit. That's the word that we've been looking for, limit. This is not about limiting ourselves. This is about the limitless potential, right? We see these synchronicities and patterns show up of all the ways that we limit ourselves by the same patterns we take, the same way we go to work, the same way we approach situations. This is about changing that, dropping these expectations and really stepping into this new creative energy.